Wow, so this is my first day legally looking for a place to camp without cost because we're in the Dorado Forest, National Forest. So I found this road. We're totally just like in the mountains in the Sierra Nevadas right now. I found this little road that is off the main road and it's right next to a creek. You can hear it in the background. It's just on the other side of this. Let's see, right here. And it's also over here on this side. It's pretty sad. There was a wildfire here last year, and so there's a lot of debris and burnt trees and stuff. And I'm so grateful that the guy uh, who checked us out of our campsite this morning, he was so helpful and enthusiastic about our trip. It was cute. He warned me that there's like lots of shooting that happens within the next like 3 miles of the campground, so I'm seeing like all of these like bullet shells and stuff. I mean, there's so many of them; they're everywhere, and it's really fucked up. Like, it's just polluting the environment. Look at this plastic. Like, it makes me angry. It's just a waste. And there's more over here too. So I was hoping to camp here, but clearly this is not looking safe to me. There's so many bullet shells on the ground, and I am queer as fuck. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, probably I'll be fine, but also you never know what crazy people are out here. There's like a Target over there too. So, yeah, I'm really disappointed. Because I'm just feeling some anxiety, like a little bit of like, it's my first time out in the big world, just me and my dog, and like we have the supplies we have. There's no services for the next 30 miles until we hit Tahoe. So it might be more strategic for me to stay closer to Pollock Pines so that I can take my call. What is today? Tuesday. I have weekly Zoom calls on Thursday I facilitate, so I need to go into town, unfortunately, to access Wi-Fi because I had invested in this device to give me internet access anywhere I go, but it didn't work. So I need to invest in a different device, but I'm a bit tight on money right now, so it would be really awesome to have internet access remotely. That was the idea when I started this trip, but now I'm having to adapt, and it is overcast, so I'm feeling so stressed out about not being able to charge my bike right now. Damn, I really hope these clouds clear up. Luckily we've got 75% battery left, but I don't know, it's just putting me in a state of panic a bit, so I'm trying to just like calm down, take it slowly, take a break. We're not here to camp for sure. That was originally the idea, but now we're just gonna eat some breakfast here. It's about 10 o'clock, so a good time for breakfast. I don't bike on a full stomach, so yeah, we had lots of hills to climb this morning. I mean, we're in the mountains, so at this point it's just ups and downs, ups and downs. So definitely not energy efficient. It will require lots of recharging. So yeah, I started off on an empty stomach, and now it's time to recharge my tummy. Refuel. And geez, I really hope these clouds clear up. It's giving me some anxiety. So we have proceeded further up the mountain, and the sun is like come and go. The watts here are fluctuating anywhere from like 5 to like 20 or 30 at a time. So it all just depends on the clouds up here. You can see the sun just keeps peeking in and out, but alas, I will sit here diligently because it is charging. I'm so grateful. But definitely, like, it's not going to be, the battery's going to be draining really quickly because we're not getting a strong input or a consistent input. But I'm just grateful that it's charging. And the cool thing too is that the solar panels themselves, they have this little nook right here where you can directly plug in like USB cords and stuff. So I'm charging my other little battery that I use to charge my phone, and then I'm also like charging my phone simultaneously and juicing this baby up. And now we're up to 33. So there you go. Up and down. Amore's resting over here. She looks a bit dead, but I've had her just walking alongside me up the mountain, and like you can see, it's still an incline. So yeah, it just takes a lot of energy to go up a mountain, and baby needs lots of rest. So I'm taking advantage to charge. I'm hoping we could find a new spot soon because I do feel some anxiety. Like, I know it's still early, it's like noon right now, so we're okay, but I do want to like settle and get planted, like definitely before 6 or something. And with the slow pace that we're moving at, like I'm really learning now just how slow we need to move for both of us to be in balance here. It's like me and the bike battery and the solar panels and Amor, like all four of us are balancing our energy. And we have to move in sync with each other, like where we overlap. So it's quite slow, but that is the art of this trip. It's all about like the pacing and not the rushing. Oh, but I can tell you it's confronting and I get grumpy and frustrated just because I have this like I want to be safe and I want to find a spot and settle so I know we can be safe. So, I'm just sitting in the anxiety of like being in the in between, and it's our first time doing dispersed camping. So I'm just like, oh my god, I hope we find a spot. And the ranger at the previous camp spot said that if we go a few miles away, then like we'll leave the shooting zone. But like I don't know, I have no perception of like how far we've gone at all. Really, I don't know what that actually looks like. So I think it'll just be trial and error. Like earlier it was trial and error. It's like, okay, there's a bunch of bullets here. We did not go far enough. So I want to hit that sweet spot where I'm not too far away from Pollock Pines, but like far enough away to be safe. Ugh, I really feel like I've gotten in over my head here. I'm really just panicking because we're running really low on water, super duper low. And I already brought a lot, so I just imagined we would have found a spot by now, but I didn't anticipate the limitations with like the guns. Ugh, so annoying. So at least there's sun. There's that going. Got the solar panels charging over here. Amor's in the back in the trailer, hiding from the sun. But yeah, it's like peak sun hours. It's like 2 o'clock, 2:15, and do you see this hill we need to climb? I don't know what it looks like in your view, like from this phone, but oh my god, it is steep, and I cannot, absolutely cannot. It is impossible for me to do it with Amor in the trailer. It's like night and day. So she's already heavy panting from other hills that we have climbed. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm exhausted. I'm a little panicked because we're low on water. And then I find myself when I get in these panic modes and fear mode, I get like angry at Amor because she's like wasting water. I mean, it is wasting water, but she can't help it the way she drinks. That's just how she drinks. But I'm just like, no, every single drop is precious. But when she drinks, it just splashes everywhere. And I'm like, oh, that's all the water we have. Can you just take a straw or something? I'm telling myself the theme of today is acceptance. Just accepting that this is gonna feel painfully slow and surrendering to that slowness. Accepting that we're not moving on the timeline that I want. Accepting our limitations, that we have to be safe. Yeah, I could have like camped in that area full of bullets, but it's just not worth it. Damn, I regret not filling up on water while we were down by that creek though. God. There's all these streets that run parallel to like creeks, but they're off of the main road. This is the Mormon Immigrant Trail. This is the main road. And so, in order for me to get on one of those streets, I have to climb up big hills like this. There's only little roads that come every once in a while. And so, what I thought was going to happen was I thought I was going to go down this road, but it turns out to be a pile of rocks. And then I went down there, past the pile of rocks, and like praying to God my bike tires don't pop. And then it was dirt, and I was like, oh, I think we can handle that. So we biked a little down there, and it looked like we were getting closer to the creek. And I was like, oh, maybe we could pitch our tent somewhere, and like I can make a real meal for myself. I just ate uncooked plant-based breakfast sausage. I don't have the energy in me to unpack all this stuff again. I'm exhausted, and I just want to be there already. I would love to take a nap, but I don't feel safe enough on the side of the road, and it's like definitely Trump country where I am right now. So, and even so, like these trees are super duper burnt. I couldn't even hang up a hammock if I wanted to. They are weakened, so there's just a lot of safety factors here. I'm so far from town, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm exhausted. Is this over yet? Are we still doing this? I just want to relax. But I am glad that we did leave at like 7-ish in the morning, and I woke up around 5:30. So at least I'm getting something, right? Because yeah, just imagine how it would have been if I had left any later, woken up any later. At least I'm learning. It's really hitting me how challenging this adventure is. It's easy for me to be an idealist about things and to rationalize things like, oh, I know it'll get difficult when I get there. But I'm in it, and I'm telling you, I'm fucking tired. And I'm stressed. And it's hard for me to stay patient without more, so I'm just taking some space. I need to release some of this energy, some of this frustration. Yeah, what I would really love to do is make myself a real meal, but the thing is, I need water for that, and it's too precious, so, yeah, I have like rice and lentils and veggies that I want to cook, but I have to wait until we get more water, so it's just hard because Google Maps is not giving me accurate estimates about what the hills are like how many feet up and how many feet down, so like this hill, for example, I did not anticipate that coming because Google Maps did not tell me. But I know we're on a mountain, so I should adjust my expectations. But I'm learning not to rely on Google Maps. It's really annoying because I can't predict what's coming. And when I can't predict what's coming, and I'm just looking at a map, and I'm like, oh, there's a little road, like just up the street. It looks like a mile away. Okay, but a mile away up a big giant hill, it's completely different than a mile downhill or a mile, even with a small incline. So, yeah, gotta recharge the battery. Amor can't handle the heat, even when she's not walking. We just can't be mobile. Well, she can't be mobile from 12 to 4. Maybe I will just take a nap. I hope I'm safe here. I don't feel super safe in this part of the woods. It sucks, because, yeah, I guess I'm just really aware of who my allies are in the world. Like, not only my close friends and my chosen family, but, like, people who are politically aligned with me. It's wild to me how, like, humans can turn against each other. Yeah, just thinking about if, like, a Trump supporter gets triggered by my existence, by my queerness, by my transness, if they catch me peeing out in the woods or something. Like, I've seen lots of gun shells here, bullet shells, and passed by some gun shops too, which I don't normally see that in California. So it just puts me on edge. It makes me sad that I have to fear violence finding me when my existence is literally so peaceful. Maybe violence will not find me, I pray. But it is a possibility, and I need to stay aware of it, and I need to take cautions. And I'm grieving. Yeah. Yeah, humanity and the loss, the disconnection from spirit, and this whole dominator culture. This Trump stuff is just dominator stuff. People getting threatened by my masculinity, which is very expansive. Yeah, like even crossing through Diamond Springs and Pollock Pines on my way up here, it happened to me twice where people were like, oh, how many miles do you get on that bike? Where are you going? All the typical questions I'm getting a million times on this trip. But they also just made an assumption about me being with a woman. And I mean, that's heteronormative, and I suppose that's how the world works, but it's like shocking to my nervous system. I feel less safe because, I mean, I might be out of my mind, but I thought I was very queer looking. And I like the way I speak, the way I look, the piercings, the tattoos, the mannerisms. I'm just super fucking gay. I mean, I have a rainbow fanny pack, okay? So it frightens me that people assume I'm straight even when I'm presenting so gay. And I'm like, whoa, is it not safe for me to present gay? Or is it not a possibility for you, in your opinion, that somebody even is gay? Like, it makes me feel not safe. These assumptions that people make, they don't make me feel safe. Like, if somebody assumed I was queer, or if they made no assumption at all about my sexuality, if they're like, oh, do you have a partner with you on the trip? You know, that's neutral. Then I would feel more safe because I'm like, okay, cool, there's space for me to be queer. You know, like, I feel so much peace around my queerness, but if people are just assuming I'm straight, it sounds like they don't have peace with queerness. So that puts me on alert. It makes me put my guards up. This trip has been an emotional roller coaster. It is about, oh, it's exactly 5 o'clock. And I was like almost falling asleep, but also reading Janelle Monáe's Memory Librarian right here in this little ditch. And we have the bike gear out here and the solar panels recharging, although it's cloudy, so they're not really charging that much. But it's something. But it's 5 o'clock, so the sun has already done most of its work for the day. Well, it is the Earth that's rotating around the sun, so let me rephrase that. The sun is no longer at its hottest part of the day, so we're going to continue on the road now, although I'm not sure which direction after this red Jeep stopped by and gave me this cold, sparkling water. Oh. Not only did they give me cold, sparkling water, but they gave me a whole gallon of water. And they topped off this bottle of water, which I've already gone through. I mean, this is pretty much what I had when they came here for Amor and I both. And I was a little bit panicked because Amor needs water on her body too. So it's just, yeah. Now we have a whole gallon. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, they were so friendly. And they thought they knew me already, but it turns out there's actually another guy on a bike just like this. Different color bike, different trailer, but also has solar panels. And I actually saw him biking by when I was laying in this ditch, just relaxing, because I caught him staring at me and I was staring at him, and I was like, whoa, are we looking in a mirror? It was wild, because, yeah, normally I draw a lot of attention, but it's the first time I've seen someone doing something very similar to me and in the exact same location, so that was wild. Yeah, so this red Jeep stopped by and they thought they knew me, because apparently they had talked to that guy before. They were super friendly, and they gave Amor a cheese stick, they gave me sparkling water, and it was just such a surprise and so relieving. And then once I finished the sparkling water, they were like, are you done with that? And I was like, yeah. And they took my trash, and I was like, thank God, because my bike, I could store the trash, but I have such limited storage, so you know, it's a lot to hold the trash. And oh, there's a cop car. This is interesting. Yeah, and then she just handed me a second one. A second can of water. I was like, ha ha ha. And they poured out more down with water. So we just came across abundance, and at least one of them is from the area, like natively, was born around here. So had some tips about what is a good source for a creek, but the way they were making it sound, I mean, the advice they gave me was like to go up really high and to go pretty much like a few more miles, which for me on a bike uphill is a lot, and for Amor walking, because she has to walk up the hills. I'm like, sorry, love. Not every hill, but these big steep ones, yeah, there's no way. So I'm talking about you, baby love. Hi. Did you like that cheese stick? She's like, that can is too close to my face. Yeah, so because I have to access Wi-Fi on Thursday, it's only in 2 days. I actually don't want to go too far, so I might even just double back. And they said that they go camping here all the time, and there's always bullet shells everywhere, apparently. So, and they say it's safe. So I actually might just go back. Damn, because that hill's intimidating, and I imagine it's only gonna keep climbing because that's the impression the guy gave me. He's like, "You're just getting started." I'm like, "Oh, great." Yeah, so my plan right now, actually, I think I will head back and just take it easy, honestly. Like, take the downhill. I know, I mean, part of me is like, there's a narrative of like, you wasted all that energy getting up here. But it was a learning experience, trial and error. Like, I'm just accepting what is and letting go of attachment to the outcome. I'm not in a rush anymore, like, to get to Tahoe. No, 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 no. Nah. Like, I might even just stay around here for like a whole 2 weeks or something and then head over to Tahoe. And I could take my calls in Pollock Pines and just commute a couple days of the week. It'll be chill. And then from there, I could, like, really stretch myself. But I'm not in a mood right now where I'm trying to stretch myself again. We've been stretching to get from Bolinas to here, really, like from mountain to mountain. So I'm ready to take a break. I'm gonna take the easy route. If there's bullets, let there be bullets, I guess. It's not ideal for me for sure. I don't feel great about that, but they said it's safe, so I'll trust experience. Yeah, and yeah, yeah. What a turn of events. Wow, this day is completely surprising me.